Shalom, Mesh. You think that when they were sitting at a big round table in a think tank, plotting and scheming all these things, you think that they planned on having some scandals, some controversy surrounding key players and all this stuff, because they couldn't just let it look. Yes, pathetic imbeciles, liars, agents of darkness, killers, psychopaths, and scumbags. But just to walk out this whole thing only covering their ass as far as the public relations go, and backtracking, changing their mind, flip-flopping. They didn't want to walk through only doing all those rotten, scoundrel, actions, behaviors, without at least having one or two key players having some sort of scandal. Has any of the players had a sex scandal yet? That'll probably be coming too. But look, Fauci, sure enough, was the fall guy. They didn't plan on him being some analyst, doctor with all the insights and knowledge regarding all this. They made him look like that was his job, the spokesman for it. But he was just set there, so eventually they could use him in some controversy and keep everything looking legit. What they do. Bombshell. NIH letter on bat coronavirus. Research reveals Fauci's big lie, professors say. A leading critic of the National Institutes of Health contends the federal agency put at risk U.S. public health and national security by funding a bat cobra vampire research project by EcoHealth Alliance. I'm going to have to check those guys out. See what's going on with these fellers. Richard Eyebright, a professor of chemical biology at Rutgers University, told the Washington Examiner that a new letter in which the NIH conceded that the group run by Peter Daszak violated its rules when conducting bat cobra vampire research is a bombshell admission because it corrects the untruthful assertions by National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases Director Anthony Fauci. He's actually all that and a bag of chips. Oh, well, you don't think they cooked the books a little on that one, do you? Puffed him up the best they could. He's the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease Director. Oh, he's just a director. Sounded like he was something else. His boss, he ain't even the boss. See how jumping to conclusions is similar to sticking your head up your own ass. I mean, if you could. Hypothetically sticking your head up your own ass. Not actually doing it. Because these guys are doing the metaphor of sticking their head up their own ass. The equivalent, if they could. Anyone believe in this shit. might as well stick their head up their own ass. NIH Director Francis Collins, both of whom claim the NIH did not fund gain of function research in Wuhan, China. You know that, I don't know, y'all probably remember this, when this first started, but way before I knew any of this, when I was watching the videos coming out from over there, and the people were dropping dead in the streets and stuff, which was a big act. And I actually was a little worried about that, you know. I was completely, I had no idea where we would be right now like this. I mean, it went to a hunt from 0 to 100 real quick. That shit got out of hand quick because there really wasn't nothing too serious going on then. The news, you know, you had the news and you had stuff going on around the world, a little, you know, protest here and there, a riot maybe, school shootings, stuff like that. But now, I mean, we're on the brink of Nazi Germany, if it ain't already happened. We're thinking concentration camps any day. Martial law. And look, people might want to, you know, say that's saying some things, some words, some terms that shouldn't be said, as far as all the Mr. Al Go knows the rhythm. Even the mainstream media right now aren't coming right out and saying it, but it's not hard to hear what they're saying, and you can just tell, you can feel it, feel the uncertainty coming off everybody. And actually, it's more than uncertainty. It's like worrisome, sick feeling they got, because they know what's inevitable, what's coming, and they know, just like I do, and you as well, more than likely, that it's coming fast. It's going to be here. It's on its way. It's already left. Its departure was 2017, I'm sure. As far as the final act of the vision that these guys have, the great work that they're doing. And what's sad is they really think they got a chance, so it's pathetic. I mean, you got two sides to this deal, and both sides say they're going to win in the end, so one of them has to be lying, right? And then you look at each side. One side is full of what you have found to be the truth. Everything it says makes 100% sense. It helps you. It strengthens you. It encourages you. It prepares you. It arms you. Equips you. It causes you to have compassion, to be gentle, to be responsible, a good steward, a good husband, a good friend, a good brother, a good father, a good servant, a good worker, a hard working, honorable, integritable, mannerable man, and a virtuous woman. who is responsible, mannerable, beautiful, not only in appearance but in mannerisms and demeanor, the way they hold themselves, everything. We learn people like that. It comes from our Abba Yahuwah, our Daddy, who teaches us these things. Now you look at the other side. You got lying, cheating, filth, perverseness, death, disease, cheating, backstabbing, lying. Did I say lying? Filthiness. No rules. Deceitfulness, plotting, planning on not only your demise but your blood, and worse. Think about that. Nothing like that on the other side. Only wonderfulness, happiness, joy, love. Is it hard to choose? And you guys, some of these people, not my mishpachah, you know what I'm about to say. These people who still want to dabble over there on Satan's table, snack, reach back there. It's like one of those, like you ever go to Paul Bunyan's, or like one of those like big restaurants, or like just no saying like a cafeteria when you're in high school, and you got the long tables, one table, it's got all these people that are at the lamb's wedding feast, and then behind them, a couple feet, almost touching backs, the people in the two middle rows, there's Satan's, the enemy, the serpent's table, full of filthiness and wickedness and worms and rottenness. And it's got a little Halloween pumpkin with some candy in it. You're going to reach back from the wedding supper's table where the Messiah Yahuwah, the Messiah Yahusha and his father Yahuwah and all the saints and your fellow brethren are sitting, having a wonderful time full of shalom, peace, and goodness. You're going to reach back across there so you can get a piece of starburst out of the jack-o'-lantern sitting on Satan's table, or have you a Christmas tree so you can get little gifts. I mean, go buy them the gifts, wrap them in a different wrapping if you want to. Don't spend your money on a tree that's going to die, or a fake one that you've got stuffed away in the closet or in the basement somewhere. Might have a spider on it when you pull it out next time. Some lights that are all tangled up. A stupid ass snowman that's out in the front yard that don't even make sense. A lie about Santa Claus, then you get up into that Easter and all that crap with some bunnies shitting out eggs. You're gonna reach back. It's pathetic. Y'all are pathetic. I was pathetic. Stop being pathetic. It's not, in no way should that hurt your feelings. We're talking about death. We're talking about you being so disrespectful, you're trying to sit at his table full of wonderfulness and goodness, and reach back behind you and pull some wicked, filthy ass, wipe your ass with, no, don't even touch me with death, Sheol, stuff that's from the pits of hell, of Hades. Y'all can have that stuff. And you don't like that's my decision. You are just as all those words I described, what's on that table is. You might as well be on that table with them, and you probably are. Keep your little idols and your carved images, your flags, your hatred, your deceit, your gossip, your lying tongues, your plotting, your unrighteousness. and filthiness that's filling up Abba's cup that he's looking at, that's going to fill with abominations from y'all. And when it starts to overflow, don't get mad when you feel the karate chop right on top of your head. And don't you wish that's all it would be? It was a slap across the face. Man. How you're going to hope that it stops. The torment and stuff, that what he's saying is going to happen, man. And can you blame him? I used to sit and think, I used to hear people say, they would say things like, my cousin died in a motorcycle accident when he was 16. How could there be a God? What kind of God lets someone die, or of cancer, or justifies like going into the land of the Canaanites, what they heard from the Bible, and killing those people and stuff. And, I used to kind of, I still liked the idea of God back then. I really didn't even believe. I didn't know anything, in my ass from a hole in the ground. But I didn't agree with those people that said that, but I kind of understood how they thought that. Now, you kidding me? And you better be ready to look stupid if you come to me with that argument. We're talking about baby eaters that done horrible things. These people do horrible shit, and we all get a choice. We all get a choice. There's the choice, if you choose him this day and serve him, which is not hard to do. You're not kissing his big toe all day. You're being his friend, and you're doing the things he's asked you to do that will not kill you, that will keep you healthy and safe. And I don't understand why that would be hard to do. And then you got the that you know, it's just stupid. It really is. It's pathetic. I've said it plenty of times, but it's the best word to use describing those people who give someone a Christmas present so they can feel like they're qualified to be a part of the group, a part of the people, in the clique of scum. And that's what they are. It's not. I used to think that, man, if I heard someone saying that, I would have never said that. But if I heard someone saying that, I would say, man, he's an asshole. But y'all are agreeing, sympathizing, being tolerant of people, and it ultimately it leads to that. You might not think you're directly being empathetic with a child eater, but you're in favor of keeping that sort of thing around because you might not want that serious, evil, sickening stuff around, but you dabbling with this, what you like to say as, it's what's in my heart. I don't look at it that way. I don't look at it as a sin, because all I do is have a little Christmas tree, but it is a sin. And when you choose to disobey what your Father has asked you to do, whether you like it or not, but if you look at it, it is evil. Nothing good comes from it. You cannot tell me anything good comes from it. Yeah, you might say you like the colors and the songs and the spirit, the Christmas spirit and the eggnog and all that stuff. But tell me about all the materialism that happens and that's planted in these people's, and especially the little children's minds, to where you mold them and bring them up materialistically so bad that that is their way, that's their life, that's what will define them for the most part. And then it's actually depression on you, because their whole childhood, when you're putting gifts under that tree for them, it's such a stressful ordeal, because it's some people handle it. They just say, well, I'm getting them this and that, and we're all going to be happy. But even those people, they're fearful of not making someone happy, or spending too much, or not having them. Where are they going to get the money? Where are they going to put the Christmas tree? Oh gosh, he won't like this, or is he going to like it? And then they really don't like it, but they lie and tell you they do. There ain't nothing good coming from that shit. None of the shit. Planting eggs around a yard that you painted and telling the children, even though you really don't make it believable that there's an egg-laying rabbit. Yeah, I know. But go ahead. Offend the Most High. Your only ticket out of this place, who you should revere. Offend him so you can put some colored eggs in your yard. You guys you're really bright. You're stupid. The whole thing is stupid. That is one act, when you could sum it all up as pathetic, suicidal, hell-bent retardedness on your behalf. And yes, I said it, and I'm not sorry if your feelings are hurt. You're gonna die. Don't believe me? Bye-bye, because it's gonna happen. Choose it. Choose that. Choose this day who you serve. You act like you gotta be perfect or something. You think by the way I talk and the things I say, I'm requiring of you to be this holy. Oh, no. Turn back to Abba Yahuwah. Look at him. Don't look at that crap. Put that crap down. Don't make a career out of sinning, waking up every day knowing that you don't care. You're gonna do it your way. You ain't following the Torah. No oppressive law. You're wrong. That attitude leads to death. You're gonna die. You're going to die. You don't get to come with someone, the only ticket out of here, you don't get to come with him if you don't want to live by his rules, which are not hard. They're for your own health and benefit, you idiot. How stupid could you be? How hard must you make this simple decision, simple fact? Little children wouldn't do something so stupid. The guy on the Goonies saying, "Baby Ruth," would know better than this. He would have to, if you laid it out for him. Yes, I'll give you that a strong delusion has been sent your way, but it ain't no one's fault but your own, because you chose to not love the truth. You did that, and you probably had many opportunities to turn around, to get out of that, to stop believing bullshit, and looking at the truth, loving it and looking for it so you can see it and not just be ignorantly blind thinking that it's bliss. No, you probably figured that eventually your head would start swelling up and bleeding after you sat and pounded up a wall like that every day, all the time for years and years. You knew that eventually you're gonna start hurting and seriously damage yourself, and that damage ultimately is gonna be jail, hell, the one place you do not want to go. That's the kind of confrontation we need right here. Y'all don't need to be crying or mad about what I've just said. The whole point of all that. You shouldn't have any reaction other than a thankful one. That is what love is. Love ain't, you know what, you're okay. No, it's okay. Yeah, I know. That's just what I believe, and you know, and I won't, I'm not gonna ruin your parade, you know. Take the wind out of your sails. Okay. If you see me driving and you know up the street there's a wild ass shootout, and there's guys up there with Uzis and AKs and stuff just letting them rip, and you let me drive that way with my children in the vehicle, knowing we're all probably going to die, and you don't tell me to stop, even if it makes you sound like an asshole, you don't warn me and help save me and my children's life from death, I'm probably going to kick your ass when I see you, but you definitely ain't no friend. You definitely ain't no brother, no mother, no sister, no father, no nothing. You're POSs for letting us die like that. I'm not going to let you die. You might not do the same in return for me, but that's you. That ain't got nothing to do with what I do. What I will do is love my brother like I'm told, and love the Most High, and I'll do whatever a brother should do. And if that makes him look like an asshole to you, if you want to cry like a little bitch and pretend that someone's an asshole for telling you not to do the thing that's going to kill you, too bad. Go ahead. Too bad. And I'm sorry for anyone who would sympathize for someone in that position, who would try to tell me to take it easy or lighten up. Comfort them and reassure them that it won't be so bad when they're dead, and they could have lived if you would have only told them, warned them. When it's your job to do it, I can't change you, like I've told you. The Most High is the only one that's capable of that. But I can still bitch at you, tell you how stupid you are, in hopes that you might see how stupid you are for wanting to die. And if you think I'm wrong, which I know you do, prove it to me. You never do. You never will, because you can't. But you'll tell everybody how stupid I am for telling you this, for warning you about you on a dead ass run, running for all you have straight to your death. And I don't know who you say this God is that you talk about, that you say you love, if he's told you what not to do and what will kill you, and you're doing it, and he's told you you're going to die and you're doing it, and I'm telling you you're doing it, and that he said you're going to die, but you're telling everybody I'm crazy and wrong. That, you understand, that's like psychotic. That is insane asylum shit. Maybe that's where you need to be, and I'll color you some pictures and send them to you, some construction paper with big letters in the words that says, like flashcards, but big ones for you, that'll teach you the way of health. But what's sad is I know you're not big of imbeciles. You don't have to wear diapers, I don't think. I don't really have to wipe your ass and hold your hand, do I? Come on now. I'm sorry that you can't stand it, that I'm telling you off right now. But I ain't telling you off like someone like you or other people of the world will do and cuss me and tell me things that are things that no one should ever say to another person. I should be able to say you're an imbecile and pathetic for trying to commit suicide. If you tried to commit suicide and bail on your children, but you lived and survived through it, you would get told how big of a piece of shit you are. Well, that's what you're doing. But not only that, you're leading astray your family too, whoever you are. If you're a brother, if you're a father, definitely. And remember also what the scripture says, that if you cause the blood of another, that blood is on your hands. He will require it of you. It's going to be twice as bad, or maybe even worse. If you're a pastor or a preacher, it's going to be really bad. If you're up there not warning your people like this, you let them, pat them on the back, on the tush, and lead them right down that big broad road to destruction that's going to lead them all to their demise. But worse, it's eternal. It's eternal. I don't care if you don't like it, then I'm calling you retarded. You are retarded. You're hell-bent and you're murderous. If you're leading people astray. Man. And it's not my revenge. I cannot do anything to you. I can protect myself. Sometimes that's more than what's called for. But any of the, and I wouldn't want to, I love you, otherwise I wouldn't say this shit. But I'll tell you what, I don't like all this evilness. And even though you're not expert level, you think it's all innocent, it's all gumdrops, gooey gumdrops, yeah. And what's in your heart is innocent and is it? Well, say you're a woman that's married, your husband leaves you for a girl named Sally, and you can't stand it. It just tears you apart, it kills you. He leaves you and your children for another woman, your friend, your sister that's evil, that hates you, that's your arch nemesis. You fought with her. And ooh, you can't stand her. You can't stand the thought that your husband's left you for her. And one of your children starts to see your ex, goes over there to their house, and he starts to like this woman too that you just can't stand. And instead of loving on you, talking to you, because you're their mom, having a relationship with you, no, fuck you. They're over there with her, and they've been calling you by her name. When they, at first they didn't mean to. They were instead of saying, "Hey, Mom," they were like, "Hey, Sally." I'm sorry, I mean Mom. And you just can't stand her. You got the thought in your head of them sleeping together. I mean, you just want to choke her tongue out. But she's all that now. She's taking your spot. And your children have no respect for you. And they're calling you by her name. They don't even remember you. They forgot. They love this evil, no good for nothing home wrecker more than you. But you know what's worse for Abba? The people y'all choose over him ain't even real. They're not even real. At least in that little analogy there, the woman would have been a real person who the man could have a relationship with. You choose frickin' a flag, Easter bunny over the Most High. Way to go. Way to go, y'all. Man, you guys are straight up assholes. Jerks. Think about it. You're a jerk to do that to him. And then you're going to argue with me and try to tell me that I shouldn't be telling you and who am I and what. Seriously? Seriously. Guys, wake the hell up, man. It's not hard. I'm not a Muslim or something. I'm not doing some kind of ritual where I slaughter a cow or something. I don't do things that are disrespectful. I'm not an asshole to my Father who made me in heaven. I know how he feels. I know what he's asked, and they're not hard things to do. They're easy. They're actually liberating, and they're healthy. They're better. When you start doing them, you wake up and realize how stupid all that other crap was that you were doing. It's amazing. Amazing. And I know right now you don't believe me. You think I don't understand how you couldn't believe it. Really, I don't spend money anymore on Christmas. Oh, you're thinking, well, I don't care about that. I'll have the money. Okay. Yeah. Well, go do that on some other day. Do you have to do it on the day Abba don't like? And with thing and with Santa Claus and the satanic shit and Saturnalia and all that? Sun worship? You have to do it that way? Why? Because you're a jerk. You ain't got enough respect for him. You're going to do it any way you want. Well, if you just do it the way you want, but don't do it the way you want on that, can't you just have enough respect and courtesy not to do it with that, with Easter and Christmas, the stuff he says he hates? Oh, you have to? You just got to do it. You're a jerk. You're an asshole. You ain't a friend. Don't ever tell anybody how to be a friend to someone. Give someone advice on how to be a friend. What kind of friend are you? The one who made you, your ticket out of here, who loves you, gives you everything, you tell him to kiss your ass. Worse, I won't even say. I feel bad for saying the F word a minute ago, but it was needed. I needed to say that. I need to put as much emphasis on how pathetic y'all are, and mean, and rude, and careless, heartless, evil, blood-sucking. Tell me I'm wrong. Show me how I'm wrong. It's so horrible, too, that you know you can't. You know I'm right. You know this is true. And what makes you even worse is you're going to keep doing it. You're unwilling to repent, just like he said. Just like he said. I'm going to show you. If you're still here, and you're still over there just denying the facts I just laid out for you, I'm praying to Abba Yahuwah that you let me give you that little ear lashing, and you're here and you've seen the truth in what I just said, and you're saying, oh my goodness, yes, he's right. It ain't me. It ain't nothing about Dottie or David. Don't tell me nothing. I'm no one. The Most High is asking you of these things. He's asking you to do these things. I hope and pray that you see that and you feel how horrible it's been, how horrible you've been. You see how horrible you've been to the Most High, to your Abba, your Father, who wants you to have a personal, close, intimate relationship with him. He's your daddy. Your Father, He loves you. If you can't do that, then you don't believe. You don't believe that He exists. And if you sit there and say that you do, you're a liar, which makes you all the worse. What aren't you? What category of scumbag do you not fall in? What characterization? What attribute? Well, is it an attribute? What? I really don't want to do that to you. I don't. I don't want to tell you all the horrible things you are. You're not that, but you're behaving that way. That's the way you're behaving. And you don't have to be. You don't. And why you just can't. Why you can't is beyond me. And I know, like I said, I know that there's a strong delusion that was sent for you. I know. But right now, if you're hearing my voice, you are the resistance. You can make up your own mind. There may be a strong delusion over you that's engulfed your mind to bring it to this. But there's a part of you that has the ability. You could stop right now. You could turn it around. Stop worrying about what I do or anyone else does. Stop thinking and measuring and comparing. Just turn. Turn to Abba Yahuwah. Turn before it's too late. Turn and love the one who loves you. It's not hard. It's easy. It's more than easy. It's when you start doing it, it's what in the heck was I doing? Why didn't I start this? What was going on? How stupid must I have been to not surround myself with love and peace and joy? I don't know how I got to Corinthians, but that's not what I wanted. I like reading out of Psalms when I'm thinking about things like this. Job's kind of new to me as far as that area goes, but we'll start here on 5, verse 16. Thus the poor have expectancy, and unrighteousness shuts her mouth. Look, blessed is the man whom the Most High does reprove, like I'm doing to you. I'm not doing it though. See, that's the mortality in me, the inability to be perfect. I'm not perfect. I suck. But my mouth can be used. I've given it to the Most High to be used for things like this. And He wants to tell you, these are His words. Thus the poor have expectancy, and unrighteousness shuts her mouth. Look, blessed is the man whom the Most High does reprove. So do not despise the discipline. See, I didn't know it was going to say that. I did not know. And how? See how the Most High works. Don't despise the discipline. Don't even think about this discipline coming from me. My lips and mouth are uttering the words that I did not write. I did not come up with these words. I didn't formulate this sentence. I didn't put it together. I just happened to be here and I'm reading it to you. See? Right here. Do not despise the discipline. If I'm telling you to love, to respect, be truthful, put away that wickedness, if that's what you're doing, we can go and prove that it's wickedness. And I'm telling you not to do it. I'm reproving you. And what are you doing? You're despising that discipline, that reprove. Why? Why? Is it because you have something controlling you? Do you? I think you probably do. Get on your face. Pray. Beg the Most High. You shouldn't have to, though, because He's waiting for you to turn to Him. Turn to Him. Offer to give up all that stuff He has told you not to do. For He bruises, but He binds up. He smites, but His hands heal. In 6 distresses He delivers you. I guarantee you can count that many. Probably about 600. There's probably been 600 times in your life where you've been stuck between a rock and a hard place, and He delivered you, and He still does. And in 7, no evil strikes you. He's kept you. You know, there's been so many times where you should have died. You still know that it was the Most High who saved you and kept you from that hour. In scarcity of food, He shall redeem you from death, and in battle from the power of the sword. When the tongue scourges you, are you shielded? And you have no fear when destruction comes. At destruction and at the start, and you have no fear of the beast of the earth. For your covenant is with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with you. And you shall know that your tent is in peace, and shall visit your tent and not sin, and shall know that your seed are many, and your offspring like the grass of the earth. You shall come to the burial site in ripe old age, like the stacking of grain in its season. Look, this we have searched out. It is so. Hear it and know for yourselves. There you go. That's what you got to do. I understand why the majority of y'all refuse to do that. We'll be having a conversation, and a certain subject, a certain action, a deed is discussed, and the fact that it is a sin, and yeah, maybe it is me that has said it as a sin and exposed it for what it is. You, if you're like the people that I'm talking about, you don't want to search it out. You don't want to find out if it's a sin or not. You don't want to know. And why do you think that is? You know, we all know. It's not a secret. We're not dummies. You must think so, though. But knowing and thinking is two different things. And I'm a knowing. I'm on the side of knowing and seeing truth. And Job answered and said, "Oh, that my grief were thoroughly weighed, and my calamity be placed on the scales. For it would outweigh the sand of the sea, therefore my words have been rash. For the arrows of the Almighty are within me. My spirit drinks in their poison. The onslaughts of the Most High are arrayed against me. Does the wild donkey bray when it has grass? Or does the ox bellow over its fodder? Is tasteless food eaten without salt? Is there any flavor in the juice of mallows? I refuse to touch it. They are like food when I am sick. Oh, that I might have my desire, that the Most High would grant me what I long for, that it would please the Most High to crush me, loose His hand and cut me off. Then I would still have comfort, and I would rejoice in pain, though not spared, for I have not hidden the words of the set apart one. What strength do I have that I should wait? And what is my end that I should prolong my life? Is my strength the strength of stones? Is my flesh of bronze? Is my help not within me? And is ability driven from me? To whom is afflicted loving commitment, even the one loving the fear of the Almighty? My brothers are undependable as a wadi, as a river, as a bed on which streams once ran, which are dark because of the ice in which the snow is hidden. When it is warm, they cease to flow. When it is hot, they vanish from their place. Kind of reminds me of where I'm from. The paths of their way turn aside. The inner wastes and perish. Passengers of Tama looked expectantly. Travelers of Sheba waited for them. They were ashamed because they had trusted. They came there and were disappointed. Indeed, you have now become the same. You see my downfall and are afraid. Did I ever say, give to me, or offer a bribe for me from your wealth, or rescue me from the land of the enemy, or redeem me from the land of oppressors? Teach me, and I shall be silent, and show me where I have gone astray. Words of uprightness are harsh, but what does your reproving reprove? Do you reckon to reprove my words, and the sayings of one in despair, which are as wind? You would cast lots over the fatherless and make merchandise of your friend. Yeah, you would. And lying about it, being ashamed, is nothing that's going to help. Stop it, turn it around, don't do it no more. It's the only thing that will help. Ask the Most High to help you and repent. Means do a 180 and do not do it anymore. Be a person that will not do those things. You would never make merchandise of your friend. But now please look at me, whether I would lie to your face. Relent, please. Let there be no unrighteousness. Relent. My righteousness is still in it. Is there unrighteousness on my tongue? Does my taste not discern what is perverse? That's the Most High right there. Begging you. Begging you. Are you heartless? Really? Do you not love? I mean, you must not love anyone. If you could just turn him down. He's never asked you to wake you up, to wake him up every day and give him life and do these things for you, get you out of a bind when you're in one, when you're scared, allow you to even exist. He's never asked you to do those things for him. You couldn't, but he does them for you, and he's asking you, please, to stop the unrighteousness. If you want to know what the unrighteousness is, the scripture defines unrighteousness. It tells us it's the opposite of what's right, of doing against the Torah, of not obeying the Torah. The Torah tells you not to eat pig and pork. You do it with defiance because you put yourself above him. Do you not? You do when you do that. And you think that it's over, that you can eat pig now. And look how little of a matter we're talking about. But it is true. It's forbidden. It's an abomination. And how hard would it be for you not to eat it anymore? You love the taste of that rotten pig more than just not pissing Abba off. He's asking you, please, to relent. Because his righteousness is still in you. You can overcome this unrighteousness behavior. You can overcome hearing words coming from someone like me and just despising me because you just can't stand me. And you think and say that I have no right, no qualifications. What a hypocrite I must be. Tell me what I'm doing that's unrighteous. I'm asking you, please tell me. If you're my brother, if you're my friend, my family, my mesh, you will tell me. And if you don't, then you're not none of those things. Tell me what I'm doing if I'm doing it. Reprove me. I want it. I don't want to do something that will cause death upon me or anyone that I might affect or might influence to follow me down the road to death. And I won't be mad one bit. Yeah, I might not know how to take it if it's really bad, and I am totally unaware. But I'm asking you to. And if you don't love me. But if you do love me, you'll do this. I love you. That's why I'm doing this. Stop despising it. See the sincerity, the love I have for you, to ask you, to beg you to still get on here. You've talked to me more than likely. If you're feeling like I'm talking to you about this right now, I probably am. And if you are, you're someone that knows me. You've had conversations with me. You know I'm not slow. And you know I'm not arrogant. You know I'm not boasting or doing this so I can say I'm the one that did it. You know I'll probably never even mention it. Even if you bring it up, I'll probably change the subject, because I don't need any credit. I don't want any credit. I want nothing. I want nothing but to see you respect my Abba. And you would too. You ought to. He's your Abba too. You should have respect enough for him to be disgusted when you see the lack of it from coming from someone, especially someone you love, or you say you do. You ain't told me. You've talked about me, gossiped about me probably. You've rolled your eyes and thought in your heart horrible things about me with no love, but that's okay. I don't think about those things when it comes to me loving you. I have to admit those things because they're true, and you need to hear them, and you know they're true. You know that's what you do. And the truth that I love you is evident right here in the fact that I've done this how many times, and I'm still doing it. And to who? Look what you've done. But I'm still doing it. And you offer nothing to me worldly, no material is no nothing. You can't give me anything. So you have to know I'm not pleading with you right now, so you'll help me in any way. You have to know that my love for you is true. You know it. Prove that it's not. I bet I can prove it in a matter of seconds. And like I said, just me being on here should be enough for you to see. And you know it. You know it's true. You know it. But yet you'll still curse me in your heart for doing this, for loving you, reaching out to you, reproving you, showing you the Most High, begging you just to stop doing retarded things that you don't have to do, that are going to kill you. And probably people you say you love, children you say you love, more importantly. I love you. I wouldn't be telling you. If you don't like it, too bad. Kiss my ass. I love you. Shalom, shalom. Take it to heart, my mish. Wake up. Peace out. D's out.